Hey guys, this is Luminous again. Welcome to another commentary done by me. And once again, I'm apologizing if my enthusiasm level is not as high as usual because still feeling a bit sick. Spent the most of the day in bed and just being with the family. But I decided still to get another commentary out with you guys, just to since everyone seems to be enjoying the commentaries, and I feel like I'm pretty sick of staying in bed. So here's another commentary again. If my energy level is not as high as usual, I apologize. But today this game is the Storm in Front round 5 between DDT and MYM. And Storm in the Front has, there's a lot of just basically teams that are really bad, like my team that was entered, and really good teams like the ones that you're gonna watch today. And this is round 5, so most of the, I guess, the lesser known team or the lesser experienced teams are weeded out. And today we have an epic encounter, MYM versus DDT. And these two teams need no introduction. This is game 3 of MYM versus DDT. I believe that DDT took game 1, and then MYM came back in game 2. Looking at the players for both sides, you see blue, this weird name, that is in fact Misery. He is picking. This is AP game, but I'm pretty sure they picked and remade or something. Looking at the heroes picks real fast, I'm pretty sure Crystal Maiden is banned somewhere, Lion is banned somewhere, Tidehunter, Earthshaker. Those are very safe guesses for the bans. And I mean, if you're facing against the MYM team, I would guess that Chen is another ban as well. So no ban info in terms of this because it's a reload, so I apologize if I couldn't give that info to you. But going with the same usual talks, I'm going to focus on one team and explain the synergies and whatnot behind it, and then talk about the other team. So looking at Sentinel team here, it looks like it will be a Razor and Pugna bottom lane. This lane has a lot of offensive capability. The Razor in itself, if he skills his, and he will, if he skills his passive, he could take on nukes and have a lot of movement speed. So even though he could basically face a lot of things that are thrown at him. Dual lanes, dual stun lanes, tri-stun lanes or not. Because if you look at the MYM heroes a lot, real fast, especially the Lee stunner, such as Venge and the Witch Doctor, that purge is gonna really eat them up in terms of slowing them and disabling their chasing powers. So I mean, Razor is gonna be a hero that's gonna be powerful throughout the game, and it's gonna pose some problem for the MYM team. Looking at mid lane, Tinker solo, miss that hero. It's such a fun hero, and I mean, there's not much to say about Tinker. Get his BOT quickly, and then proceed to either Hex or Shivas. And really, whether you decide to go Hex or Shivas is, in my opinion, very situational, and it really depends how the game is proceeding. So, moving on the top lane, there is gonna be a Lina and a Sven, one of the point 4 AB lane, 4 AB lanes, really reminiscent lane. And of course, these two heroes have been receiving buffs lately, and they are gonna be rocking this top lane, a very high nuking power lane. And if I was thinking Misery, or if I'm trying to understand what Misery's picks, if you count the nuking power of Sentinel, there is a whole bunch of nukes. Of course, Razor has one. Pugna has 2. Nether Blast counts as 1, but his Discreptify really helps out his team a lot as well. So Pugna has 2, has 3 so far. Lina has 2 more to add before level 6. 3 if you're counting at level 6, so that's 5 or 6 depending. Of course, Tinker has 2 more. Sven. So that's, you're looking at 6 to 8 or 2. There's just a lot of nuking power. And if you look at the Sentinel heroes, Nevermore, Potm, Witch Doctor, and Venge, like, these are not very tanky heroes. So Misery going for the all-out guns blazing at level 2 and just rocking it throughout. I'm looking for very aggressive play from DDT. And to be honest, I really like these picks, but it really depends how these heroes are played. I mean, a lot of times I see a lesser known team, they pick a very turtle-ish defensive three carry teams and 2 ganking teams, but they choose to do early clashes, they choose to do early team fights, and really that's choosing to fight at your weakest, and that's not a very good choice. But of course, DDT, a very well and experienced team, should be able to pick fights. I'm looking forward to them to pick very early and strong fights because they have a lot of nuking power. and they could do a lot of significant damage. And if you could grab a hold of a quick BOTs, a quick treads into Vanguard for the Razor, it's gonna be a really easy ride for for DDT for a safe and secure victory. Keep in mind this is round 3 of a best of 3, so whoever loses this is gone from the tournament. But going to the Scourge side, I guess it's a very standard MYM pick. They usually love that Nevermore solo, and I have talked about Nevermore solos, or why MYM love Nevermores. But if you guys didn't catch that commentary, they love Nevermore solo because he could push. You could gank him a lot, but he will still get his farm. Even a lot under lane harassment, like just 2 raids just grabs you 4 creep kills, and that's just really quick gold. And these heroes, and I have to give a special mention to Vengeful Spirit, which is played by Maelk today. I guess I don't know. I really enjoy Maelk playing a support as opposed to his Nevermore carry. I feel that probably PlaymatE has a better Nevermore or Lacoste, but Maelk should, I don't know. I feel he is a lot better on support heroes and gankers. So it looks like he is going to be playing that Vengeful Spirit. I feel that Vengeful Spirit is almost like the MYM signature hero, other than the Sand King from MaNia, of course. Just feels like it's a very signature hero of MYM, and Pusher's way back when he had a lot of epic swap saves, and just epicness by Pusher as usual. But looks like Maelk is sporting it. Looking the hero synergy of Sentinel, not so much. I mean, they are just very good individual heroes. Of course, they can push very well. There are a lot of long range initiations from the Scourge. Of course, Potm's arrows always to be consideration, but that's a free blink on the Potm. He could join the fight whenever he can. Of course, that blink dagger on the Panda is going to be coming. And knowing how MYM plays their Nevermore, I'm pretty sure it's going to be Lodar's, Blink Dagger, or both. Um, it depends, again, how this game is going to go. Blink Dagger might not be the best choice here because there is a lot of nukage on the other side. But again, the MYM Nevermores are really crazy, and they do a lot of unorthodox things. So we'll see how this game goes. I'm a bit fearing for the MYM team because early laning power is pretty much going to go to DDT. So. And a final look at the players before we start. If you notice that Loda is not playing for DDT today because I guess he's raging quite a bit. I heard he went like 0-8 in the previous game, which was game 2 that they lost. So I guess he's being benched quite a bit. Not feeling quite happy. But I mean, if you went 0-8 and you have been trying to carry a team, I guess that's quite understandable. So I think I think I have said enough. So. Yep, let's unpause this, and since this is not a live commentary, I would not do the usual countdown. One shout out to Phantom. If you haven't checked out his channel or his videos, do so because he's a new commentator, but he's improving very rapidly. And of course, more feedback to newer commentators and to myself as well are always welcome. So shout out to Phantom. Go check out his commentaries. So without further ado, let's go on, get on with this game. Looks like from the hero positions, there should be a tri-lane bottom. Tri-lane bottom against this Razor is not a bad idea, I suppose. But again, Razor, one of those heroes I could tank real hard. Potm solo top is a very sexy lane. I would love to play that lane all day long. But I mean, Potm solo lane might be better than a Potm dual lane because imagine if you put the Witch Doctor with the Potm, they will most likely focus on the Witch Doctor. Witch Doctor being the hero that's very easy to kill very easily. And if you're Sven and Lina, most of the stun and nukes will be going to the Witch Doctor. But if Witch Doctor is not there, they're gonna have to focus on the Potm. And I'm gonna look for an early skill of leap from the Potm to just get out of trouble. Looks like the MYM Choo Choo train is going to the bottom. Not Meepo. Pusher. I don't know why I call him Meepo. Pusher, Meepo. Same thing. He dies a lot. So Pusher puts an Observer ward. Again, a very signature aggressive ward from Pusher. And he has another Sentry ward, so let's see he's gonna where exactly he's gonna put this. Most likely in this position because it's a very good rune spot, a war spot. It looks like there is no early first blood, and he is gonna put the ward there. And oh, Pusher, I believe that's a mistake by Pusher. If you wonder why that's a mistake, you can see this is a ward placed by Miracle, and I hope that no one dies right now to explain this ward. Miracle places this ward, and if I go to Sentinel Vision real fast, Great ward placement. Sees the runes, sees a lot of area here. Let's go to the Pusher Fail ward. Pusher Fail ward only sees the rune spot. I mean, it's the same ward really, but if you just push it a little bit to the left, it will just grant you extra vision that, I mean, you're not trading off anything because you still see the river.